So, my other memories of like we did all the parades. We did the firemen's parade, and it was in Wells that year, and we were the only non-fire truck in the parade. So that was interesting. I mean, we were like a favorite. Um, and yeah, so many comments as we were going through parades about like literally questions about why we were wearing kilts. And it was fun to be able to explain why because people literally didn't know. And there was a point in time when the girls that were in the Bonnie Last Court were like, why don't we just get to wear fancy dresses like everybody else? It's like, no, 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 but the kilt is what makes this cool. This is what sets it apart. This is what makes it different than any other town pageant, right? You're representing a heritage. So
But riding the parades was really fun, and getting to meet the courts from other towns was really a fun thing too. But just, learning like how to wave and just the fun part of getting there, getting to the parades together, hanging out together. It's such a great, fun, my first adult feeling experience. It's such a great memory, and to share it with Becky and Tracy, who are my lifelong friends even today still. And to represent Mapleton was just a point of pride for me. I was so proud, and I'm still proud today. Still proud today.
Okay, I can remember we were riding in parades like they do now, going to teas. I was a hostess for an open house for a chiropractor in Mankato, did a speech at the 80th Mapleton All-School Reunion, Bonspiels, over speeches and Civic of Commerce dinners. And I guess the most memorable thing is meeting Miss America at the Festag uh, tea, and we thought that was just the greatest thing because to us she was a celebrity, and that would be the first time we ever had any contact with someone like that.
Looking back a quarter century, I still remember our tea, which was our judging session for Miss Bunny Lass out at Joe and Shirley Massup's, which 25 years ago, it's pretty good. I remember that. It was a lot of fun. A lot of the past queens and court came back, and you get to socialize and kind of just network with people, and then meet your judges. So that was always fun and intimidating as well. And then we did a lot of the parades. We did the pancake breakfast for the Oddfellows on Town and Country Days. So we did that for years. So those were some of the highlights. The parades, like the other girls were saying, were a lot of fun, just driving around and meeting other candidates and having other activities.
The other thing I remember is all the parades, and we wore kilts and knee highs and long sleeve white blouses and velvet jackets buttoned, and it would be 90 degrees out. And we would have this whole outfit on. And now they just wear little cute vests, and I'm so jealous of them. Yeah.
My year was hard for going out and parades and stuff because it was COVID. So we didn't go out and we didn't do those sorts of things. The only thing I remember we did was we helped at the food shelf in Mapleton, but that was still different because we helped fill bags in tents outside the building. And we still had to kind of, keep your distance, but we helped with that. And then after we did that, the fire truck came with Santa, and we rode around and got to see the town of Mapleton at least, and kids could come out. We took pictures, and it was a good time still. But that was basically, I mean, that's basically what we did.
Yeah, so after the crowning, COVID kind of cleared up a little bit to an extent. We would wear masks at events, but we still did go to a few events. Later in the year during the Christmas season, we went to the Holodazzle. For Easter, we were able to volunteer at the nursing home. We went to a big get together for different courts throughout Minnesota at Northfield, and we had Miss Bonnie Last masks, so that's kind of a memorable thing I still have. Um, because we were the only year that got those Miss Bunny Last masks. So that was kind of the most memorable and different part from other years that happened during my year.
Tracy, we went to the Highland Games at McAllister. Did you go, Pam?
Nope.
Okay, I thought that was, yeah. And that was, I'd never been to anything like that before. And it was, you know, you're in Mapleton and you see this every year and you think, oh, this is like some Mapleton thing. And then you go to this Highland Games at McAllister and you see tons of kilts and tons of people dancing and tons of bagpipes, and you realize, oh, this is a part of a much bigger cultural tradition. That was a really fun day, and it was really hot, as I recall. Or no, it was really cold. We were really
I think it was cold. I think it was cold.
Yes.
Hmm.
And then we got to our parade season. We met with Mary Larson, who was our contact person at that time. And she went through the list of parades and things that we had our expectations. And we had a lot less expectations in 2001 than they do currently in 2014 or 2024. Sorry. That we didn't have a lot of town engagements, but lots of parades that we went to. And I remember that they would always make fun of me because when we would go around corners, you can only wave and smile for so long. And I'd be like, are we waving yet? Are we waving yet? And so then they would laugh at me and make jokes about it the whole season. But it was just fun, and like I really got closer with people that I've known my whole life, gone to kindergarten through 11th grade with, but we just got a lot closer in that way.
The parades. We always, like, on our Facebook post, Mandy would always say how lucky we got with the weather, with it always being sunny, and some days it was really hot, but at least it wasn't stormy and rainy.
I really liked almost every single parade we went through. People would read our float and they're like, Mapleton, where's that? Or, are you really the curling capital of Minnesota? And then we'd be like, yep, we are.
A lot of them would ask, like, do you guys curl? And we're like, yeah, just smile and wave, you know.
So let's hear Miss Bonnie last wave as I close this thing out. There we go.
Oh, I don't feel like mine's very good.
All right. Thank you so much, ladies.
This activity was made possible by an artist grant provided by the Prairie Lakes Regional Arts Council from funds provided by the McKnight Foundation.